Hi everyone, welcome to the Villa Park podcast, the Bodymoor Bulletin. It's good to be back to join you on some of the latest news of all things Aston Villa. And look, it's been a really busy week. So let's start with the main news. There's been a big announcement this week that V Sports, obviously the company owned by Wes Edens and Nassef Sawiris, have expanded their sporting empire with an agreement to buy a 46% stake in the Portuguese club Vitória SC. So V Sports, the holding company of Aston Villa, has entered into a sale and purchase agreement, and the deal's worth an initial 5.5 million euros, so about 4.95 million pounds. The V Sports portfolio now includes the mighty Aston Villa, European Cup winners, one of only 5 English teams to win that, don't forget. Vitória SC now, ZFC in Egypt, and the announcement last year of the future MLS franchise, the Las Vegas Villains, as well as a football academy out in Senegal. I myself have been looking at the Vitória SC kits. There's some quite nice ones if you're thinking about expanding your own kit collection with some of Villa's, Villa's connected clubs now. But with obviously them in mainland Europe, obviously the links in Africa, the USA, Villa are really open up opportunities to bring in talent globally. And it's likely Villa will use Vitória as a talent pool to develop all of Villa's emerging players, and a few of Villa's younger players will head to Portugal out on loan. So fantastic news for the club. People have talked a lot about whether the owners, well, a few naysayers have said whether the owners are up for the fight and really bought in and committed to us. I think this shows that they absolutely are. Next mention is to a young Mr. Cameron Archer, who got to give him a mention with 2 goals the other night in an important win for Middlesbrough as they chased down an automatic promotion place. It was third place Middlesbrough against second place Sunderland away, and it was 2 super finishes from Archer, including one on his weaker foot, which he smashed into the roof of the net. I think he's shown he's a real natural goal scorer. So what do you think? Do you think we should have kept him at Villa Park? Please let us know in the comments. Or do you think this is good for his development and that John Duran has shown enough in his 2 brief cameos to think we've got adequate cover for Watkins until the end of the season? Either way, for me, this is good news because Archer's stock will rise. If we do sell him because we bring in, hey, we've been linked to Turan, we've been linked to Tammy Abraham, we've been linked to some decent players up top. And would Archer get past a Duran or Watkins and potentially another big-name striker? Maybe not. So if it is that he keeps banging them in, he'll become a saleable asset like a Keenan Davis will do, and it's all good news for Villa. Next up, Emi Martinez. So Villa's World Cup winning goalkeeper, the character that is Emi Martinez, has been in the news this week because he's done an interview in which he outlined his ambition to play in the Champions League. There's no real surprise for me here. He's just won the World Cup. He's at that kind of age, 30-ish, where he probably wants to test himself against the best. And who can blame him for wanting to do that? You can clearly tell he absolutely loves the Villa. And he wants to play European football for Villa, but how long is that going to happen? If Villa can't reach his ambition level soon enough, see Jack Grealish as an example for this, then at some point you're going to have to accept that they might want to move on. But we hold the trump cards here because he's on a long contract, and he's, with the way the transfer market is right now, will be demanding a big fee for him, I would imagine. I had a Twitter conversation with someone, the other day, and I made the point that Kepa Arrizabalaga, if I said that correctly, was sold for 80 million to Chelsea, and he hasn't even always been first choice. Emi Martinez, currently one of the top 3 goalies in the world up for that award, World Cup winning. He's available for sale. Then I think we could make a great amount of money for him. So they think bids are going to income. Whether we actually accept a bid is another thing, but I think you could probably replace Emi potentially. This is my view. Get a keeper that might be better with their ball at the feet, which is the style that Emery wants to play, and still have quite a bit of cash left over to fund a couple of big signings. So again, trump cards for Villa. I think they're all holding all the power here, and let's see what happens. Next point I wanted to do, you know how much those who listen to the pod regularly know how much a fan I am of Villa's ladies team, Aston Villa women. Well, I've got to make sure I give them a mention on the Bodymoor Bulletin because they had an absolutely thumping 6-2 win away at Brighton on last Sunday. There was actually a couple of assist hat-tricks for Hansen and Darley. They got 3 assists each, and Jordan Nobbs actually scored a hat-trick of goals. So fantastic performance. Takes Villa to 5th now in the WSL. And really chasing down those top 3-4 positions. It's been a fantastic season for Villa's ladies. They've really bought well. and the performances have been getting better and better. Carl Ward signed a new contract, and it's all systems go. Things are really looking up for Villa, ladies, and hopefully, the way Villa have been generally under Emery, the men's team, we can have a combined couple of teams that are really competing at the top of the leagues. Finally, for the Bodymoor Bulletin, we have to do a bit of a well done to Ollie Watkins. Mr. Watkins has reached 100 games now in Claret and Blue, which is no mean feat, and he's scored 3 in his last 3, so he's obviously showing some form under Emery after a tough start to the season. But he's often been a player that's divided the fans. Let's be honest about it. However, in 100 games, he's had 44 goal contributions, which isn't too shabby. It's pretty impressive, that, including 34 goals. And that figure is only bettered by players who've played 100 games plus since the year 2000 in John Carew and Christian Benteke. So it has to be said that's pretty good company for Ollie Watkins to be in. And as a player that has actually divided opinion, like we said, I don't think that's too bad, really, in terms of an output. I know he's divided opinion, and there's talk about whether we get another striker in, and whether that means that's the end for Watkins in terms of first choice. But since Danny Ings has gone, I don't think you can say that he hasn't been at least pretty impressive. And I thought he took his goal against Man City really, really well. So that rounds us up. We'll be back for a preview of the Arsenal game live on Friday, so please join us for that live. Take a look at the Talking Tactics chat that Rich also did with Gareth to analyse the Man City defeat. Please keep your comments coming in. We'd love to know your thoughts. I'm only a few subscribers away now from 1,000 subscribers. The support you've given us to the channel has been absolutely amazing, and we really, really appreciate everything that you've all done in terms of supporting us. We just want to keep that going now. So please like, subscribe the video, and we'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much, and don't forget, we'll follow the Villa.